In 2019, the Indian government renounces Article 370, which awards unique status for Jammu and Kashmir. The news influences a malignant growth-ridden Pakistani armed force general, Qadir, who chooses to correct retribution against India. He signs an agreement with Jim, who drives Outfit X, a confidential fear-based oppressor association. In the meantime, Pathan, a previous crude specialist, and his senior official Nandini, open a unit named Joint Activity and Secret Exploration, JOCR, enlisting specialists who had to resign because of injury or injury. With crude Joint Secretary Colonel Sunil Luthra's acknowledgement, Pathan and his group head to Dubai to stop Outfit X's arrangements of going after the leader of India at a logical meeting. In any case, they understand that their arrangement was to hijack two researchers. Jim assaults the researcher's escort and Pathan attempts to stop him. A battle results, where Jim figures out how to escape with one of the researchers. Luthra uncovers that Jim was a previous crude specialist, who was pronounced dead quite a while back, however faked his demise to look for retaliation against his entry for letting his significant other and unborn kid wind up dead because of Somalian fear-mongers. In the meantime, Pathan finds out about the codeword named Rakbij, and furthermore that the dead individuals in Dubai were ex-specialists and their cache was moved to Rubina Mohsen, a Pakistani specialist in Spain. He goes to Spain and is caught by Jim's men, where he likewise discovers that Rubina is an ex-ISI specialist. At the point when Jim leaves his refuge, Rubina assaults Jim's men and breaks with Pathan. Rubina uncovers that Rakbij is in Moscow, where they travel to take it before Jim does. Notwithstanding, Rubina sells out Pathan and has him caught by the police. It is uncovered that Jim utilized Rubina to make Pathan take Rakbij for himself. Pathan is caught and brought to jail, however is saved by Tiger. After 3 years, Pathan goes to Africa and catches Jim's partner in crime, Rafe. He meets Nandini and uncovers about Jim buying 2 Sabre rockets, while Nandini uncovers Rubina's area in Paris. Pathan meets Rubina, who uncovers that the Rakbij is a smallpox planned transformed dangerous infection, made by the researcher Jim caught. She likewise communicates blameworthy about double-crossing Pathan without realizing that her nation would plan such an assault. They travel to Jim's lab in Siberia and figure out how to recuperate one sphere containing the infection. While Jim escapes with the other, Pathan and his group head to a lab to set up an immunization for the infection. Jim calls them and uncovers that the sphere has proactively spread the infection in the lab. The contaminated researchers, alongside Nandini, all bite the dust in the lab. Afterward, the lab is obliterated in an impact to forestall the spread of the infection. Jim gives a final proposal to clear Indian warriors out of Kashmir in 24 hours or less. Pathan questions Rafe about the area of the rocket, and discovers that the rocket is arranged in Afghanistan. By baiting Jim's fighters into a snare, Pathan and his group assault Jim's base where Qadir is killed by Rubina prior to enacting the rocket, containing the infection. Pathan pursues Jim with a jetpack, and the two of them crash land into a lodge. In the meantime, Rubina deactivates the rocket, however observes that Rakbij isn't in that frame of mind, rather in a traveler-limited plane, which is going to land in Delhi. She illuminates Pathan, who finds that Jim has the detonator. Luthra calls the aviation authority to keep the plane from arriving in Delhi. In the lodge, Pathan and Jim battle mercilessly. In spite of getting wounded by Jim, Pathan takes the detonator, deactivates Rakbij, and afterward kills Jim by losing him the bluff. Subsequently, Pathan is restored into crude and made as the head of JOCR. While Nandini is after death granted for her dauntlessness. In a mid-credits scene, Pathan and Tiger are seen considering about resigning and proposing youthful specialists who can supplant them, however at last choose to continue to battle the actual dangers.